All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming. We said it's unusual to have a crowd in our little house here.
We're all kind of nervous.
But yeah, we are going to do the Pledge of Allegiance in just a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. See you, Dennis.
See you, Dan.
Everybody had a few minutes to read the agenda and the minutes from last month. Need a motion to approve.
I make a motion we approve the agenda for December 13th, 2022, and the minutes of November 8th.
I'll second it.
Mary Jo Morris,
Yes, ma'am.
Randy Hutchison,
Yes, ma'am.
Todd Casey,
ma'am.
Jeremy Rose,
Yes, ma'am.
William Johns,
Yes.
Kenneth Massey,
Yes.
and William Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Councilman Chuck Johns is up next.
Yes, sir. Present this to you, Mayor, for years of service, all your dedication to the city of Highland, everything that you've advanced for our city, brought before us.
Thank you very much. It takes a whole group to make this happen. You guys, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't get a lot of stuff done. And our crew leaders. It's been good. I had never something that was never on my agenda to do, but I'm glad I did it, and I hope the city keeps prospering. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right. I just had a couple items that I wanted to pass along. Items that we've been working on, and I'd like for y'all to keep working with the new mayor. Obviously, the sewer plan is number one. Dave fights it every day. I'm sure right now he's pulling his hair what's left of it out because this rain makes it go crazy. We get so much influx of groundwater that it overwhelms our plant. We need another addition to our sewer plant badly, and we're working on those grants. So it's going to be kind of up to y'all to continue through with that, and of course Mary knows all about them. But
Let's take care of it.
second on the list is the spillway. Obviously, we're going to have to do something with that eventually. It hasn't caved anymore, and we're not washing any dirt out of the bottom, which is good. But obviously, the engineers that we've had look at it say it needs to be busted up and either rip wrapped or do something different with it. But the city park that y'all had approved to do behind the fire station, we'd like to see that continued on. There are some grants out there that can help with that. We just got to decide what exactly we're going to put in there. Walking path would be great to start with, but there's enough land there. We've got it pretty well leveled out now that we can see what's actually there. I don't know if anybody even drove back there recently, but while it dried out this summer, finally we had all that dry spell. It was dried out enough that we could actually get in there and grade it down. So that's looking good. That's just something more to look for. members for the airport and recycling center. We really need 2 members to be out there. We've had 2 for the airport, but I've pretty much been doing the recycling center. I mean, that's our city's money that we're spending to keep those businesses going. I think it's something that is very important to have members to spend. You're spending our money. We need to have a vote to what's happening out there. And then the last thing is the street aid overlays that we're going to be doing on Liberty Hill and Turkey Pen. We haven't got. They're not going to do bids until first of the year, but we're up to that point to where they're going to start doing bids. We'll probably end up having to add some money to that to get it done. So that's something that may come up in the future as well. So anyhow, just items for you to think about and consider that we need to keep on your radar. All right. Next we have the fire department. Mr. Jackson.
Last month, we had a total of 9 calls. 7 of them were within the city limits. 2 of them were outside of the city limits. I say we had 9 calls. I generated 1. We went and burnt a very large brush pile for one of the city businesses. They had cleared a bunch of land, and it was fairly close to one of their shops. And they were concerned that maybe with the flames, it would heat their building up too much and maybe catch it on fire. We went over there, stood by, just watched it, and we actually can use that for our Firewise and get money from the state and from the federal government for that. So if you guys have any large brush piles or know any businesses or anybody within the community that would like us to come assist with that, tell them to give me a call, come down to City Hall. Everybody here has my number. We'll be more than happy to do that. And what he was saying with the discussion for the airport committees, I've been to one of the meetings, and I kind of got familiar with everybody. If y'all would like, I can step in as his role. That's just up to y'all.
Our new mayor, that can be his role too. The mayor and somebody else.
I'll be more happy to assist with that, or however y'all deem
I mean,
fit.
really,
we
that's what
just
happens.
we just need some kind of representation at those meetings.
The airport likes 2 members, so that's how, But like Jackson and the mayor and all
Yeah,
that.
whoever.
And then the recycle, I
The
don't know.
mayor can appoint whoever
Yeah,
needs to go out there.
the mayor will appoint you, whatever. Yeah,
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
but you
Mr.
gotta
Steve.
volunteer.
Yeah, there you go.
It was a little busy month. 911 dispatch calls, 49 citations, 11 accidents, but most of those were deer versus
Yeah.
Too
animal
long.
versus vehicle. Of course, 5 animal complaints, total of 8 cases, 3 of them are felony, and total of 3 arrests. Overall, everything's rolling pretty good, I think. If y'all, I'd like to take a minute and call Jeff up to recognize him. I'm sure you didn't see us coming after your family walked in.
We should have hit him in the closet or
Your eye
something.
looks just as good. Things turned the way it was. But
Went to the same place, so you know.
His is a lot smaller than the mayor's. There's something wrong with this one, Jeff.
But Jeff has been great to the city of Highland, to the police department, and to the community. And I'd like to recognize him by promoting him up to Sergeant Detective as of this date. Long time overdue. We appreciate it. He does hard work for all of us. And we thank you.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure to serve this community under great leadership with Mr. Russell as a mentor and as a guide, and I'm sure that leadership is going to continue. I look forward to serving this community, not only at the police department, but after the first year on the council here, and hopefully a voice will continue to serve this community. And just hope that we can continue to push forward with growth and continue to prosper.
Absolutely.
Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right. All right, Dave, give us the works.
I lied to you, Dave, I'm sorry.
I don't really have a whole lot other than what's on the, my reports. We had a lot of problems with the generator out at the sewer plant. The technician that come out there, he was asking questions about, I mean, we had to flush the cooling system completely. That antifreeze looked black. But he told me that probably the head there was something wrong with the head or the oil cooler. So he said not to worry about it right now, but that might be something we've eventually got to look at. I know that's not going to be cheap.
We don't even have that budgeted, do we?
Just general repairs.
Other than that, we've just serviced all the generators, all the lift station generators, the one at the fire department. That's all as far as the roads, really. We did finally find that force main out behind the road department, Cherokee's road department, and we're able to tap it. So we're going to be able to get our line run back there once it dries up, quits raining again. But we've got about 200 feet laid back there now, but it's going to be about 1,500 feet to go. So anyway, we got that going. We've still been trying to work on those pumps ourselves. We're still not having any luck at all with the guys rebuilding them. They're just junk. I mean, the last one we put in, it stayed in the ground for 6 days and we had to pull it out and burn up. And they're not standing behind them at all. So I'm still working on trying to get somebody from Little Rock supposed to come up and help us learn how to ohm everything out and check all the switches and all the thermal switches and the windings and the capacitors and all that. I did buy a capacitor tester that real simple to use. You just plug it in and punch a button and it tells you whether it's good or not. So we're still working on that, but I don't know how parts are going to be trying to get parts for them either. It's hard to get parts for anything right now. So, but we're still plugging away at it and trying to get to where we can do them ourselves or get that company out of Little Rock to do them. They give me a price that was quite a bit cheaper, about $300 a pump cheaper anyway, and with a year warranty. So even if we have them do them, it's still money ahead. So
Yeah, because they're not, the ones you're sending to Memphis, they're not holding up.
No.
no, that's what I said.
Ridiculous.
About 6 days on the last one we put in.
That'll change.
Yeah.
Doesn't change.
And then them not standing behind them is even worse, So,
Other than that, that's all I got.
I do have one
With
thing.
all this rain we've had coming in, how are we looking with that guy down here? Just yard keeps washing out.
It's been good.
He's been good.
Yeah. What it was, that other house across Northwood, all their junk was going in that, and now that it burned, we don't have to worry about that. And no, I didn't say it.
And we're not laughing either,
I
are
did
we?
think about it.
And we're not laughing either.
No, it's,
No,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's,
I do want to add one thing. We had some community service workers, Brian and his crew, come and help Dave trim back a lot of trees along roads, and they're going to continue to do that. And then our crew was coming along behind them and chipping it up and spitting it out. So that's a huge help for Dave and his crew because, they're such a small outfit anyhow, but hopefully we'll get the trees trimmed back on all the roads and Dennis won't be dragging them with the bus. So anyhow, yeah, I just want to say thanks to him and his guys for coming and helping us do that. All right, planning and zoning.
Yes, we met, and as you can see, Mr. Macomb, we can't do anything really with his request until he steps forward with trying to rezone that property. And yeah, that's all on him. You know, we have to set the dates and stuff for his public hearings and all, but you know, he still has to fill out the request, pay the fee and all that. So there's nothing really we can go any further on his stuff. We do have some outdoor flea market stuff that we discussed, and we're gonna have to cross that bridge when it gets there, because it's getting pretty dirty. Is the biggest, unhealthy, unsanitary. So, and we elected new officers for next year. I will remain as chairman. Michael Burton is going to be vice chair, and Jamie O'Rose will be secretary. So, we meet every month. If you want to come meet with us, our new mayor was there, and we got a good group. So we look forward to getting things rolling. One thing we do need, though, we got to get us we got to find us somebody for a code enforcement officer. We got, that's holding us back.
And the unfortunate part is we don't need a full-timer.
No, we don't. Yeah. We don't need a full-time. We're not budgeted for
No.
a full-time.
I think I budgeted
20,000.
15 hours. I don't even, 15 hours for, I don't know, I think that's what it was, 15 hours
Yeah.
per,
Okay.
that's what I did. I can't remember what I did.
And
But I did budget.
there was something else that, we've got some derelict houses and stuff that have been brought to our attention. And one of them, we sent letters and stuff out, and one place is really going to be burned. But it's, a controlled burn on a house. You almost have to rebuild the house to make it good enough to live in. But we kind of hope the people will step up and clean the property up, because it could be dangerous.
Well, we actually have one of the burned out houses that was just bought, and he is starting to clean it up, so that's a good thing. But then, of course, we just had this one 2 weekends ago. I don't know what'll happen with that one. So, again, something for John to work on while he's still with us. Airport Authority met, and we have a new general manager now at the airport. He's really stepping up, wanting to work hard to make the airport even better. He's actually taken over part of cleaning the restrooms and stuff instead of hiring somebody to come and do that. It's just 2 little bitty bathrooms, and he would charge us $150 a month to come in there and do that. But anyhow, he's going to do all that stuff and on his own. So that's a good thing. The short part of the taxiway is completed, so that's usable now. It'll take 2 more years to extend that on out to the full length of the runway, but that's in part of the grant that they've got coming. Tri-County Solid Waste, it's still surviving thanks to White River. Everything, the cost of, or the price that they pay now for cardboard and plastics have gone way back down. So the personnel that they have have to be cut back just to pay for picking this stuff up. The state mandates that we do that. We have a recycling center, but the state gives us no money to run it. So it's up to the cities that actually contribute to it, and what we do make from what cardboard we pick up and plastics. But it's a losing proposition as far as I'm concerned, but state mandates it. So I guess that's it for me. Mary, we're back to you.
I've already did all my part. Okay. The general fund has, in its reserve, has $342,989.54. I meant to do it this meeting, but next in January, or of course the finance board can meet, the mayor and me, and I forgot who the other one's on the finance board, might be Turkey. They're on it. I'm thinking about taking some of that reserve money, at least, if it's, we'll look at it tied up in a CD. Because we, you know, I don't know if I want to do 200,000, but we could do 100,000. Interest rate on CDs are over 3% now, and that account's only making, well, for the month of November, it made $56.37, which is high. That's making more interest than the money that's in the FMBC on interest part. But I want to take a look at it. I might wait till the first of the year, because it's almost the end of this year, and see about at least investing maybe 100,000. The finance board can get together. We'll maybe create a new finance board in the first of the year with the new mayor and whatever council member, whatever, because we finance board can make that decision if we want to. So it's just kind of where we're at on that. That line item 1011, that's that Sharp County ARPA money. That's something that Jackson was talking about. He spent some of it this year, so we'll probably see a decrease if we get that bill invoice paid. Street aid, street fund has 18,000. Why it's larger than the month before is because we sold the truck. So. And sales tax account has 144,000 in it. I had to fund the street department. I try not to put money in the street department unless I just have to. But with fuel prices and everything going up, I have to try to keep it like 5,000 a month. But they're going to need that other 10 that I haven't done this year. Sales tax, which is the next account or next report. We are up $38,472 for the year. We've only taken 1, 2, 3, 4 less than the year before. But you can tell where the hailstorm happened. But we're still up. So that was a hard thing to budget. I really didn't know which way to go, so we might have to really look at it when we get into next year. County tax, it was down a little bit, but it fluctuates too. But it was kind of like when we're down just a little bit, the county's showing a down curve there too. They were, the month before they were 16, they was 15 now. So
We're still up from the
it's
year
just
before.
kinda, yeah. And it looks like I've missed something. I have. Like I say, I gotta fix that account, Jasmine.
What one is it?
It's our sales tax account on the county. I don't have October's in there, but that's not a big deal. Basically, if you look at the income statement or the statement of revenue, the first page is good because there are a lot of minuses there, so that means we collected more revenue than we budgeted. So January I'll be line item, and I will be balancing 2022 budget in January meeting. But the minuses there are good. We've got some minuses in the administration part, but things happen, but we're still within budget there. So if anybody's got any questions. That's all we got. unless you have questions about. And if you look at if you pay attention to our bank reconciliations, no telling what kind of audit I'm gonna get come, or Jasmine will get, or whoever takes my office. I've got 2 more years I'm planning on being around, but, oh my gosh, we had to recreate October the 13th all the way through November, it's about 4 weeks there. So if you look at bank reconciliations, we have duplicate check numbers, we have periods after check numbers, but I reconcile the bank statement, and so I'm not confident about the check numbers, but I am confident that we are in balance, because I had to go back and re-reconcile the bank statements for October and then get in November. And that's what took so long with the budgets, because I had to make sure that, well, we had double posted checks, didn't mean to, some we didn't do, it was just a matter of trying to recreate stuff, and Jasmine and I were about ready to cry. Well, we did cry. So we would have left if we could have, but we didn't. It wasn't an option. But anyway, so if you do pay attention to my bank reconciliations, and you see stuff that looks weird, it is weird. But anyway, I promise you, we balance with the bank. So that's really all I've got, I think. Yes, it is.
Any other questions for Mary?
No, I appreciate all the hard work
Thank
y'all
you.
put into this.
Yes, thank you very much.
You too, Jasmine.
Yeah. Oh, I fussed at her yesterday. She wasn't working yesterday. She was in my.
She was curled
I had
up
to
in
do
the
her
bed.
job and my job, and I was. I'm just giving her a hard time. I had to get my chair because she's so tall, But I couldn't do that.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
No more.
I know.
It's just a
Can't be
thing. I
sick
thought
of
while
that.
I'm on camera, I'm going to get you really good. I'm thinking that don't look right, but it could be. Well, I got to look at my agenda. You
Okay.
can take over now.
We have no unfinished business. Under new business, of course, I think the first one we're probably going to pass on till next month, which is adopting the budget.
No, we're not taking the next month. We're going to pass this budget this month.
No, can't. It's
I
not
know.
complete.
Yes, it is. It's as complete as always.
Y'all do what you want.
I make a motion to pass this budget as presented.
I mean, the only things that's going to change is getting cash. I'm not going to change anything else.
Right.
I really not. Whatever. Well, we find little errors like Steve found that error, but that's not an error. I mean,
Right.
but as far as expenditures and revenue, I'm not changing them.
As I said, I move to pass the budget
Okay, I'll
as
shut up.
presented.
I second it.
Thank you.
You've done a fine job.
Okay. Who seconded that?
I did.
Thank you. Kenneth Massey,
Yes.
William Thompson,
Yes, ma'am.
Mary Jo Morris,
Yes.
Randy Hutchison,
Yes.
Ty Casey,
ma'am.
Jerry Rose,
Yes, ma'am.
and William Jones. The first thing that we passed, I think it's 2303, that doesn't have anything in it, so I will put the correct figures in it, but that will be brought forward from,
These both have the same.
okay, well, thank you for bringing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second on the resolutions there is a salary adoption, which we're going to put numbers in there, or what? How are you going to do that?
I will fix it. Where's my agenda? I'm such a perfect person, Jasmine.
I know, I'm not disagreeing.
2301 is the budget. That's the one you passed. 2302 will be the salary. Mine are out of order on what I'm showing. R23-02, it will be salary, or the wages and stuff on that. It's not filled out, but you will have it in the January meeting, is what that'll be. And I need a motion to approve that one. 2302.
Which one's 2302? I don't have a 2302.
It's the salary.
I know, the
Yeah,
budget's
it's a-
wrong in here, but it's
it's
the
an error.
first one.
Salary and hourly wages.
It's the
Okay.
first one.
I'll make a motion
Is
to
it in
pass.
here?
Yes, it's the next.
2302. Is that what it is?
Okay, let's back up. We passed 2301.
One. There was the
I mean, you were looking at,
Budget.
you were- yes. And then the
salary.
budget, the salary one is the next one, which is
2302.
2302. And I do apologize, I did not catch that.
I'll make a motion to pass.
Okay. I'm so sorry. And I'm doing, oh my gosh. All right. Kurt Johns made a motion.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Are you doing the salary?
Yes.
We didn't get no increase this year?
No.
You are dictated by
I
ordinance.
don't get it.
Our wages are dictated by resolution.
Okay.
So you have to talk to our city attorney, get that changed. And you have to appear to be, okay, let me get this done.
How was it?
Who seconded that motion? I apologize, everybody. I'm more efficient than this. Jeremy Rose.
Yes, ma'am.
William Johns.
Yes.
Kenneth Massey.
Yes.
William Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
Mary Jo Morris.
Yes, ma'am.
Randy Hutchison.
Yes.
And Ty Casey.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the budget.
Yeah.
You pass the budget, you pass that.
Okay. Next is 2303, which is the sewer rate adjustment, which is our automatic, that we can do the 25-cent adjustment to the sewer rate.
Did somebody say anything about the resolutions not being numbered right and I didn't hear it?
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, mayor's already.
Did you number it? Okay.
I will
Yeah,
fix,
talk
Mary
about
Jo,
that.
I will fix them.
For the numbers, that's
The
what-
salary one is numbered,
The
is
budget,
2.
the agenda is what we're following now.
Okay.
Even though they're wrong in the thing, and I do so apologize.
You come over there and mark it out for you?
I've already done it. Thank you.
I promise you, you will have the budget, the resolution on the budget, you will have a copy Monday, or next week, Monday.
But 2303 is the 25-cent increase in our sewer rates.
Yeah, you guys are not listening.
I just need a motion to pass, to adopt
I'll
that.
make a motion to adopt the sewer rate adjustment,
I'll second that.
R23-03.
You wouldn't think 25 cents, I mean, we're slowly working up, because when we expand our sewer, oh my gosh.
So it's a quarter per thousand?
Yes,
Yeah.
And where does that put us in relation to?
1550, it'll be our base rate.
Right, as opposed to what is Hardy and
15,
Cash Flat?
oh, yeah.
I mean, are we,
Probably.
They have extra stuff on theirs because they have built-in prices for replacement parts, which we have never had. We're basically taking some out now and putting it aside, but there's none ever been built into the price of the,
Our base rate with this increase will be $15.75. We minimum right now is $15.50, and then it'll be 25 cents over that first, so I'll increase that to that, so that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
Who made the motion to pass the sewer?
Turk did,
Okay.
And I second.
Kenneth Smith.
Jeremy Rose,
Yes, ma'am.
William Johns,
Yes.
Kenneth Massey,
Yes.
William Thompson.
no.
Okay. That's fine. Mary Jo Morris,
Yes, ma'am.
Randy Hutchison,
Yes, ma'am.
Ty Casey.
That doesn't even get close to covering the cost of what it's extra cost is, everything's costing us this year.
I feel like people are being nickeled and dimed.
Oh, you want to add $5 to it? It'd be easier. That's what it needs, really, but that's beside the point.
It'll-
Okay, next on their number 4 is the purchase of the snowplow, which is basically the money that we sold the city truck for. is gonna turn over into a plow that we can put on one of our new Dodge trucks.
But you don't have to do that because you already approved the budget.
Yeah.
Right.
That was on there.
It was just, there's a.
Just to let you
yeah.
know, but we budgeted because we was doing that, and you don't have to do that.
Okay.
So we don't have to vote on anything, it's no.
No,
No,
it's
because
just,
you budget, you.
yeah, it was
approved the
in your budget. I mean, really, it's, yeah, it's just there. So we actually made a little money on it. Calendar events. Obviously, we'll be closed for Christmas, the 23rd and the 26th, which is a Friday and a Monday. Closed January 2nd for New Year's. Planning zoning meeting. I think that should be, are you moved up to 6 now?
Yes.
Okay. January 3rd, planning zoning meeting at 6. January 10th, council meeting at 6 o'clock.
We have people that get off work between 5:30 and 6, so it gets them here.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Mary and the new mayor will be going to winter conference in Little Rock, January 11th through the 13th. And that is all I had, guys.
Motion to adjourn.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
Your next meeting is when you set up the house. Are you guys adding Juneteenth to your
We haven't,
paid holidays?
we
Because
haven't went to a
the county
public,
just did that, so I didn't know if you guys were
we
going
haven't
to.
got that
No.
on.
But that's January's meeting, correct? That's what you do at January's meeting?
Right now, it's not part of our,
That's another federal holiday. I'd have to go into detail to explain it to you. But
Yeah,
It's when,
stay in Cherokee.
what?
Just keep it in Cherokee, we're fine.
No, the county did that. The county did that, that's why I was asking.
well, it's not, we haven't updated our handbook, and it's in our handbook, so right now, that's not one of them. So when we review our handbook, which we're gonna need to do first of the year. So, that's.
Thanks, everybody. I just, again, I want to appreciate, what y'all do for the city, and it's, you've made my job a lot easier because of that, and I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
We need a code enforcer, you're out of a job now.
I won't be around for about a year. I'm going to be traveling. We are adjourned.